9:36 p.m.
51st Nodfast.
The season finale of Lost is playing right now.
Interesting.
2
Wolfowitz
hours.
is lost right now, out of his
Yeah,
gig.
did you see what he was waiting for? He was trying to get them to say he didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Then he would quit.
Right. He wanted to be absolved of doing anything, completely absolved
So the
of
World
doing
Bank
anything
had
wrong.
to say he acted with best intentions.
And then they said no, the negotiation was no, we're going to both share blame in this. We'll say that we gave you vague advice, which they admitted to, and then whatever, but which is fine. But he's the head of the World Bank.
Why do you ever think that? Well, and I read some more stuff on him. No one likes him.
No.
Yeah.
He's like a douche. He came in and would like tell them how to do their job. People that worked at the World Bank for like 30 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess it was a very I'll rub your back if you rub mine sort of community.
Relationship,
Kind of like
yeah.
I felt it felt kind of like academia or a think tank or something.
Right.
I got the feeling it was like that. And his whole thing was this is what I think is the most ironic.
He's an ideologue.
His whole thing was that he was the guy who was coming in and was supposed to get rid of corruption.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
That's his pet project
Exactly.
everywhere he's been.
Yeah.
Has been getting rid of corruption.
It's sort of like Bush fighting religious extremism.
It's like Negroponte. They move these guys around who were never good at the first job they got. Yet
Right.
they keep getting more and more.
Yeah.
And the ante's up every time. It's like a bigger and bigger fucking thing.
True.
So he's out. So what is Gonzalez?
Well,
what is going on?
A lot of people are saying
He
that.
can't recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could recall as soon as his assistant quit. Then he recalled it was all that guy's fault.
So I stab him in the back on the way out. Here you go, deputy.
Don't let this sword hit you.
He couldn't remember who had made any of the decisions.
Monica Goodling testified today, and this is the first time anybody's heard her say anything about this directly.
Well, of course, I said that she said that he made her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling Josh this on her exit interview with Gonzalez. He basically said, "Well, here's the way I remember it. Does that jive with your recollection?" And he lays it out and asks her if that jives with her recollection, and she basically says, "I'm not. I don't. You know, I think we're gonna have to be talking about this a lot. And I'm not uncomfortable answering that."
I'm not gonna answer.
Yeah.
Why is there a crazy percentage of women whistleblowers?
She's not even a whistleblower, dude.
But you know what I'm saying? Where it's the person who's like, man, this ship is sinking.
Because her husband's got a job. She don't need a job.
Well, because she doesn't want to go to jail. I mean, she was the one I was saying also earlier.
But all those women prison movies make women's prison look cool.
She went to Liberty University. This is a Falwell. Okay, we can do about a half dozen topics on Falwell related things.
Were you going to say something about the bomb?
Well, yeah,
he's still dead.
The bomb, he's still dead, and Goodling, all Liberty University, right there. But anyway,
well, there are like 20 people in the White House from Liberty University.
A bunch more than that, actually, hundreds. Hundreds.
It wasn't. It's not Jerry Falwell. I thought it was
Robertson.
Pat Robertson.
Oh,
you're right.
Falwell has one too, but it's not Liberty.
It's not Liberty. His is what is his?
God's penis.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, exactly.
But it was originally TBN or whatever the network.
Trinity Broadcasting.
TBN
University
Law School.
Right. Exactly.
They changed its name.
But
there was a bomb.
Classic.
There was a bomb threat at Liberty University.
There was, but Goodling basically, I think, has done even more damage to Gonzalez, and nothing's going away anytime soon. And Republicans, the only thing they can fall back on right now is just keep saying there's no sign of anything improper, and they're going to wear it out, for ages apparently. But yeah, Gonzo.
It's a pretty big punching back from both sides. I have no idea why they keep going.
Oh, yeah. One thing. Before we continue, that noise you hear in the background, there's not a problem with your MP3 player.
There's no static.
This is we're at the fountain.
The Showalter Fountain.
Showalter Fountain in the University in front of the auditorium. Where did David Sedaris already play?
I hope not, man. I'd like to.
Because he's funny.
I don't understand why Dennis Miller's here though, because he's not.
He's getting a little better. He's backtracking now.
Is it? Oh, right.
Yeah, he's stopped being Rush Limbaugh a little bit.
He's no longer conservative. Is that?
No, he's trying to explain away what he did for the last
Oh, it was all a bad dream.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! I knew he'd do that. I knew that.
Well, it's because he only did it. It's not like he really felt like that. I don't think.
He needed a job.
Yeah, it's like Rush Limbaugh, dude. You play a character.
Well, whatever. Yeah. yeah. Is that thing?
Oh, sorry.
Have stuff on it?
It is. The stuff is on this thing for sure.
It's on the bottom part, I think.
Blair is out, and guess what? Gordon Brown is pretty much gonna like pull the UK troops out because the country is pretty. Their country's support for their involvement in Iraq is like way worse than our country's support for our, and ours is getting pretty bad.
Oh, and the Democrats are pussies though.
They're pussies.
They pulled the time down already.
Yeah.
To their credit, though, the excuse they're using is it's not going to go away. It's just going to get worse. No, the excuse
they're using, we're going to do in 3.5 months when the surge fails, then we're going to come back.
Yeah.
Right.
But it also has to be in 3.5 months when it's closer to election.
Yeah.
But they're also, but I mean, the point is that it's they don't have a veto-proof majority. I mean, they can't force anything through. They can at least
fight for a little bit rather than just pussing out the first time.
Right. I agree, and I think they should have. I mean, I think you should have sent back something that basically. Honestly, there are people that were saying the day he vetoed it. Man, this is quality entertainment. This is late May in Indiana, if I'm not mistaken.
You can park your truck somewhere else and listen to your stupid loud radio.
But,
is it a garage or a house?
I think it is. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Please ignore the shitty music. We did not choose it.
Yeah, we didn't. But yeah, a lot of people were saying that they should just throw it right back in his face the same night, just send the same bill back to him right after he veto it.
At least make him veto it.
Again? He did veto it. He vetoed one.
Not the one, but not both of theirs.
They didn't send two? They didn't. They only sent one.
Was it the House Senate, and then the Senate was who was left? Or
no, they both. They had a bill together.
He vetoed a bill that they both signed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Both houses of Congress did it. This was all, basically the entire country saying, we want a timetable.
There's a whole bunch more domestic spending in it too.
Well, yeah, and that
was their compromise. It's called pork barrel.
Pork barrel, right? It's where all the pork gets loaded on.
Did you say there's a lot more spending this time?
Domestic spending.
I think there was more last time though. That was one of his complaints. Even though he doesn't complain.
No. It's domestic spending though.
He tax on just as much domestic spending, dude.
Bush this one had more domestic spending than the last one, and more domestic spending than Bush had originally wanted as well.
Oh, I thought that was his big gripe though about the last one because
his big gripe was the timetable.
Yeah, but the Democrats made they added on all this crazy sweetheart shit for Republicans to try to get support, and they couldn't even then. And he was bitching about the pork barrel, even though he doesn't care about it. He just wanted to bitch about the bill, you know.
Let's see what we got here.
How's that analog display working?
Like Bush is against spending money.
Hitler or Falwell?
There was, speaking of Falwell's death, there was
Did you hear the Maher thing, the Bill Maher thing? Where he's like, I don't mean to make or say ill things about the dead, but isn't that like what he did all the time?
Yeah. They died from AIDS because God hates them.
Yeah, right. That was basically his job.
And he was also making a comment about, wouldn't it be funny if he gets to hell or heaven or whatever, and it's like, hello!
Yeah.
Welcome, Jerry! You're sodomized for all eternity! Yeah, I don't think he ended up the place he thought he was going to end up.
No, I doubt it. I think that 9/11 comment alone, man, that pretty much does you in.
I waved my finger in your face.
That's right.
All you homos.
So, testifier subpoena Rove basically is getting to that point with the House Investigative Committee on the U.S. Attorney case, and they have now sent him a letter.
Him and he won't.
They sent a letter saying, "Look, dude, last chance, or you're getting a subpoena." Mm-hmm. That's it. So. It's about to get real on that front.
He thinks that's some sort of Italian sandwich.
I think
he'll be like, this kind of stuff happens all the time.
I would like mine with shut up, please.
Yeah. He'll laugh at us. Hey, no one can compel me to do anything, okay?
This is just politics. Those Democrats must be getting desperate.
Okay. Body armor's still an issue for U.S. military.
Yeah, but there's been a follow-up on this.
Actually, I saw something earlier tonight about it on NewsHour. That people still raising money themselves for body armor.
Right, but the military has actually released the results of their tests finally. Their tests. And here's the story, at least from what I've heard. I think NBC was the first to break it as a big story.
Right.
That the initial, we talked about this before, but initially what they were saying was, okay, if you have this armor on and you die, your family doesn't get any benefits.
Oh,
you don't get any military benefits.
Right.
And then people are going, well, but it's better armor.
Yeah.
So the U.S. Army or the Department of Defense, I don't know specifically what it was, released something that said, okay, this stuff is banned, you can't use it, before they had ever completed a study.
That's weird.
NBC and several and the company that makes Dragon Skin both had independent research done, and in their independent research, it outperformed. I can't think of the name of the stuff they use now, but it outperformed the standard issue body armor.
Okay.
There was also a leak or information that came to light that there was like a 4-star general his military bodyguards all wore dragon skin.
Oh.
So they're like, well, if it's good enough for the 4-star general,
right?
So the 4-star general comes out and says, I didn't know they bought this. I didn't know it wasn't approved for one thing.
Right,
I'm sure they don't
yeah.
send these memos to everyone at the battlefield gets a new memo every week from the Department of Defense.
Right,
exactly.
Well, so then a couple days later, the Department of Defense itself released their study, and their study was more comprehensive than the NBC study, and it underperformed in certain circumstances. That's the whole point. I mean, I'm sure that you can find an armor that does really well in one sort of test.
Right.
But the whole point is they have to pick something that works the best in every way you could potentially get attacked or exploded or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what I've heard most recently is that they actually had studies to back up that the stuff they're using is better. But I'm sure there's something out there that's better.
Yeah. This is a good segue to the $2 trillion war.
Oh yeah, it's
well, they just approved $180 billion, and that's just for like 3 months.
Yeah.
There's a Harvard study that's talking about though the long-term monetary effects. Like some of these people that are getting blown up in Iraq are
long-term health care.
Yeah,
costs.
the United States will take care of them every day for the rest of their lives.
Well, the thing I was
and it's X amount of money,
but they're
per
not.
person.
I saw a thing tonight on a news hour. There was a guy that was injured, lower back injury in a truck accident in Iraq in 2003. Was injured and listed as 20% disabled. The guy can barely stand and walk. My brother, who retired from the Air Force, because he tacked up so many little injuries over a long period of time, is 70% considered 70% disabled.
Well, the problem with this whole situation is the individual military branches determine your level of disability, and not the Department
authority on the subject,
not the Veteran Affairs Office or the VA hospital or any of that,
which is incompetent in its own right.
Well, but they're the ones who have to pay for it, so of course they're going to say, "Oh, we didn't do that."
Right. So this guy who can't walk is somehow 20% disabled, and has to be 30% or above to receive benefits, and he can't.
Well, and then I also there was a thing on I think it was Democracy Now! They were interviewing a guy who. One of the things they'll try to do if you have some sort of psychological trauma is they will try to get you to say you drink alcohol, and then they say you're an alcoholic, and that's why you're depressed. And then they don't have to give you any military benefits either. So that's like the first question that the psychologists at the VA hospital will ask you is, well, do you ever have a drink? And if you go, yeah, I have a drink every once in a while, they're like, oh, then that causes depression. Yeah. Your drinking causes depression, so we don't have to give you any money. It's like, wait a second, dude. No.
But there's a
how about I drink because I am depressed, or
Man, and speaking of depressed, I mean, it's the situation I think with YouTube and the military military starts a YouTube channel. Pentagon starts a YouTube channel the same day they cut off troop access to YouTube on the.
They want to control information. They don't want you to see what's really going on.
Of course. So anyway, there's a link to a video here where these guys are blowing up a mosque and laughing about it.
Yeah, that's on their channel. The official channel?
No, it's on. This leaked video is on.
And they're
some
like,
other channel.
and a dude's like, I totally got it on tape, or I got it on video, and then another dude's like, you did awesome, man.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty
you see
amazing.
This mosque, just go.
Well, it's because they send like 19-year-olds over to blow things up. And they blow things up, and they like it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And then like they go play video games and blow things up.
Simpsons 400th episode, is that right?
It was the 400th episode of Simpsons.
Christ almighty, that's a lot.
This is the 17th or 18th season.
Dang.
That's insane.
It is the longest running
89
series ever, other than like a news program.
what's the point? What's the deal with the movie? Is the movie the end all be all? Is the
No,
movie just going to be
it's
first in
just
a
a
series?
movie.
Yeah, okay.
It's just their first movie.
All right. Jesus.
There's no plans that they could do that show forever.
What does it say about? I mean, what does it say about? I don't know, like our society, that a cartoon.
But it's
like
it's animated, but it has like biting social criticism if you look at it. It's a satire.
I know.
It's almost
it's like SNL or something.
But I'm saying like the media is like
it's almost like a social editorial cartoon.
It couldn't have happened if it wasn't animated.
Well, they couldn't do half the shit they do if it wasn't animated.
Of course.
They couldn't have their anti-war message. I think that was earlier this season, where like show the whole Earth destroyed.
Right.
In a way that I don't know. In a way, The Simpsons makes me like the long running of The Simpsons makes me optimistic about our society.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. There's this great bit from one of the recent ones about Homer and how much he hates the liberal media.
It was the most recent episode, and it was actually them talking about how can Fox have all this crazy stuff, like crazy bullshit, sexy programming, and then
Lisa
they have
goes back and forth.
Then he's flipping back and forth between like craziest nude models or whatever
and
on Fox
Homer's going,
and Fox News. When they flip over Fox News and he's like, "Ooh, liberals," and he switches over and goes, "Ooh, boom," so whatever, and then back and forth between the two of them. And then at the end of the show, they're like, "Oh, the evil Republican like group that like Burns and like Dracula are involved in, and like hilarious. The crazy oil tycoon. They told Homer something about the Fox News, and Homer leans over and is like talking to Lisa, and they dub over with somebody going. He goes like Fox, and he goes, produces great television programs.
It's great.
You could write a thesis about Mr. Burns and Rupert Murdoch, man.
Oh, easily.
But that show, they make fun of Rupert Murdoch.
They make fun of themselves.
And Fox,
directly.
They make fun of The Simpsons.
Directly.
You know?
Absolutely. The new Transformer trailer has been online for a couple days.
Scared of Transformers movie. For one thing, it's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
The guy.
The trailers look pretty cool, I think.
But the other thing is, they don't seem to be treating any of the Transformers as if they're characters.
Yeah,
that could be the way they're promoting it.
I'm hoping that they're just keeping that until, you know.
All I've seen is chase scenes and like robots fighting each other.
They just need to make it really simplistic, like
people
the
reacting
where
to
it's
the robots.
Like, blah blah blah, human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they gotta talk.
Well, I know, but let the like fact that they're a gigantic robot carry the story.
Yeah.
But did you see the second trailer where the plane flies down and transforms and it starts running? It's so
They
awesome.
did it with a helicopter too, like
and the helicopter. Yeah, and the military helicopter is.
And then they showed one scene where the boombox is under someone's chair. And it transforms.
That's awesome.
I don't think they're doing any of the scaling that you remember.
With the gun.
How Megatron, he was a gun, but then he was like the size of Optimus Prime when he was a robot.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
And hopefully they don't talk about energon cubes.
I don't know, man. I like
what were the energon cubes?
That's how they were powered.
That's how they ate.
Oh,
they
so
ate
wait, they ate them.
They fought over them or something. Even though the Decepticons seem to always have them.
Just be sitting on a pile of them because
the cartel,
they're like pimps, right?
Yeah.
They're sitting on their bling.
It's like the beers,
right? So let's see what else we got. Jericho's canceled.
This is a show that Rick and I have been watching.
There's no ending.
There's no ending. It's ended it. It's like post-apocalyptic Earth or U.S. after there looks like maybe it was domestically controlled. Nuclear weapons were set all over to destabilize the government.
Is this the end of Skeet? Whatever.
Skeet Ulrich.
Career.
I know, it's a good show. CBS is stupid.
Yeah.
CBS is a bunch of idiots. They don't... You have to... This is the whole problem. You have to give a show time to find an audience.
Oh, man.
You can't move it around. Yeah. You can't retool it every 3 episodes. You have to let... There's so many shows that we think of as classic television that would never make it.
Oh, man. Star Trek did shit.
Well, it never made it, period.
Right. I mean, but it still got 3 seasons. Right?
Right. Yeah, it had horrible ratings. They got 3 seasons.
Wait, what did?
Star Trek.
The original series.
The original series.
It didn't... 3 seasons?
It had
3 seasons, but it had horrible ratings.
It had horrible ratings the whole time they canceled it.
What?
It was a failure.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was on longer than that.
3 seasons.
3 seasons. That's it. That's all those repeats.
Shit.
Those are all... There's 3
what was
seasons.
Next Generation?
12...
It was quite a
11
while.
Longer. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And 5 movies or something, or 4 movies?
Friggin' Star Trek Voyager had more seasons.
Is there a new Star Trek movie coming out?
Not that I'm aware of. There's been stories that
they're working on something. I think.
I haven't heard anything concrete.
Okay,
I
yeah,
heard,
it's probably
like, there's
something
Indiana
like
Jones coming out?
Yeah, that's really
I
happening.
heard the first script got completely thrown out. It got completely
They
rejected.
hired somebody. They signed actors.
Well, that doesn't mean they have a script.
Well, that's true.
They have like a retainer or something?
Yeah, that just means
Yeah.
you say you're going to do this movie.
Right, you've agreed to do the movie. Okay.
And Harrison Ford gets like sign off on the scripts too.
Lebanon and Turkey in the fight
yeah,
against the
so-
militant Islam at home. Yeah.
So, that's
This
kind
is
of
what like the Palestinian refugee
who were
camp.
getting
Yeah.
the crap bombed out of them there.
Yeah.
Move, and then they,
with like Al Qaeda link.
Yeah.
Islamists like in there.
who blow themselves up. And,
Right.
Well,
Actually, it all started. They were going to arrest a dude, and oh my God, he's part of it. And they had no idea. They didn't even know that there's like Al Qaeda there, and he's part of this whole thing, and it sets off all of this. Like
Well,
they're
for the
rolling in
amount-
with tanks
the amount of Muslims
after going into like originally just to arrest a guy. It's crazy. It's like Al Qaeda Waco.
Yeah, right.
And we've got more civil unrest in China
In China.
due to them enforcing
Oh yeah.
financial fines. And here's the kicker: like they repossess all of your property too if you have more than one child. They will come in, fine you $1,400, which that's a lot of money in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
a hell of a lot of money.
Way
in China.
a lot of money
Right.
in China.
But the problem has been historically that if you're rich, they didn't enforce the rule.
Right.
Rich people got to do whatever the hell they wanted.
Sort of like paying taxes here, right?
It was a lot
That's
more
a joke.
blatant, you know.
Okay.
A lot more blatant, you know.
Right.
It's the nouveau riche in China. The poor are pissed, and
Sure.
they're doing the one thing poor people can do,
Burn
which
shit.
is destroy and burn things, and
Yep.
destroy government buildings and blow up cars, and
Yep. It works.
just to get attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we were talking about is probably one of the countries in the world that has the biggest disparity between the rich and the poor.
Yeah.
It makes the U.S. look like we all make the same amount of money.
So Turkey, they had just a market
Blown
explosion yesterday.
Yeah.
That was
And both of these, the Lebanon and the Turkey thing, both coincide with like sort of kind of like nationalist rallies. That being, secular,
yeah.
or I guess in Lebanon's case, more.
Their government.
Christian.
Well, and their government is just
Well,
Lebanon's-
Turkey has a secular government.
Yeah.
Right.
And
yeah.
it was opposition to one of the candidates
Yeah.
who is calling for Islamicized
The
government. And
of
people
Turkey.
don't like that.
They don't want
Sharia
that.
law.
They do
No.
not want that in Turkey. They do not want Sharia
Because
law. They
that-
want to be part of the E EU.
I saw something
Right.
really interesting the other day that in the Netherlands. That
Smart
said,
people don't want religion involved in government. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But in Europe, in some places where it's so liberal, like in the Netherlands, there's a Rotterdam is like majority Muslim now, basically. And if
Interesting.
the majority votes in Sharia law, the Netherlands have basically said that they're in no place to like prevent what a majority wants.
They don't have
in
a
city.
constitution.
I'm sure they do, but
That's
it's-
how we prevent it.
Like, what do you mean?
We prevent Sharia law by constitution, by rights,
Oh,
by
rights,
guaranteed
by
rights.
By it
Well,
being
I think it's-
unconstitutional. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently not.
There are certain forms of government that would just be unconstitutional in this country.
I mean, I think the dude took fire for saying that, but at the same time, he was like an official.
Well,
the
I mean
government.
that's when the people then have to demand like at least basic rights on some levels, and
Or
things
some
like
sort
that.
of constitution
to
or
make
amendment or
it to make
whatever
it so it can be it would just be deemed.
But
And
there's a dude who wrote a whole book about that, how Europe's like the fundamental Islamicists or whatever are slowly getting into these cities and sort of expanding from within. You know what I mean?
right,
And those kind of challenges are going to come up more and more.
Oh,
A lot of
well,
it's urban poor youth.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like
it's what
the
the
whole
it's
thing
what the
that
movement is
happened in
about.
France.
It's what the movement is about. It's what their whole thing
Well,
is.
it's the thing. It's the same thing. You know,
There's
You
no
take-
shortage of those
If you
people.
take people in L.A., they're susceptible to gangs.
You're right.
It's
Right.
any sort of mob mentality. It's some sort of that's
Well,
where the KKK
it's-
makes their
it's
inroads.
people- yeah,
it's poor rural kids. You
Well,
know,
but
it's poor
people
people
that-
who don't have jobs.
and need
you
order
can
in
convince
their
them
life.
to do shit.
They need
Yeah.
order in their life, and you give them a leadership
Right.
voice, and they'll follow and do almost anything. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Yeah, the $2 trillion war we did speak on. I did see today that 100 Iraqis were blown up today.
How much money gets spent on medical care in this country in a year?
I don't know.
I bet it's less than $2 trillion.
Yeah. Well, the $2 trillion is very disputed. The lady who did it at Harvard, her point is none of the money that were spent, the actual cost of it's fake because they're talking about the money that they are spending for it. But the real
that's the money that's going to Halliburton.
The real costs are the dudes who can't work the rest of their lives. That money is gone.
I saw.
And they have to be subsidized by the government so they can eat the rest of their lives.
Not. We just talked about it. They don't have to. They're not really
some
disabled.
of them are.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
that's how they're trying to skirt it. This is how they're trying to get out of it.
I mean,
and the Walter Reed thing is another case of it. The lack of body armor is another case of it. They are trying to do this thing on the cheap. Let there be no mistake. The thing
they're
about
not trying to do it on the cheap though.
Fuck
They
yeah,
wouldn't
they
have
are.
Halliburton in there double charging people for meals and keep getting contracts.
Well,
that's not doing it on the cheap.
On the cheap as far as supplies, buying real supplies and things like that.
They cut
on a lot of
corners.
levels. They're cutting corners a lot.
But there are
But
a
not
lot
where
of
they
corners
could
that
be
weren't
cut.
cut.
No.
Oh, right, exactly. That's right.
They
Exactly.
don't cut where
No,
they could be
no,
cut.
they
They cut
don't.
where they shouldn't be cut.
Exactly, and that's the problem. So they're doing it on the cheap where they shouldn't, and doing it exactly the backwards
It's
way.
like getting your car repaired at the dealership, and then buying cheap gas.
I'm
Right.
talking about though more of the dudes who get shrapnel in their head and are laying down drooling most of the rest of their life.
Which the
There's
guys
a lot of those
think about how many
that come
100%
out.
disabled there are that they have no
Well,
choice
there's
but to
a
cover.
lot of
And-
amputees,
which is why
way more than any previous.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the medical care is so good.
Which is why this guy with his back injury probably is like, oh well, you can kind of walk, so you're not disabled. I mean, compared to
pain is hard. The other thing is pain is really hard to quantify. You know.
Yeah.
Well, he was like, it's like
If you're in chronic pain,
yeah.
what does that mean? Does that mean you
Yeah.
can't work?
Yeah. This guy's like, he's like, I feel like I'm getting blindsided with a baseball bat every time I stand up, like in the back.
Well, then don't stand up.
Yeah.
There's
problem solved.
Diagnosis.
the stat is there's eight seriously wounded people
Yeah.
for every
Casualty.
for every dead
Yeah.
person in Iraq.
Right. It's a way different
It
rate than
is-
it was in any previous conflict.
It is a meat grinder.
And there are people
Let there be no
surviving
doubt.
that would not have survived 10 years ago.
Oh, right.
The only difference is, we're better at keeping them alive. That's it.
And part of that is the body armor, though, too.
Yeah.
It's true.
We talk about
That
we talk
maims
about the body
people
armor,
instead
but
of kills them.
people lose their arms
Yeah.
and their legs,
Yeah.
but they don't have a massive chest injury.
Right.
And they're wearing helmets, so they're
Yeah.
people with head injuries, but it's not even
Yeah.
with a massive head injury that you wouldn't have survived 5 years ago. The guys are surviving it
like
now.
those same guys I'm talking about that will be supporting the rest of their lives who are on a table drooling.
It's part of the
They'd
problem.
be dead. They would
that's
totally be dead 7 years ago.
Not that it's really a
or
problem,
whatever.
but I'm saying as far as a cost is concerned, it's a new thing that you have to deal with when you have that many people survive with that. That's so severe of injuries.
Yeah.
The military didn't have to deal with that before because the people were just dead.
And nobody.
It was cheaper to pay benefits to somebody's family than it is to pay them for medical care and disability the rest of their life and their family.
Nobody really quantifies that either when talking about Vietnam and how many crazy amounts of how many of those people could be saved now. You know what I mean?
A huge percentage.
Yeah.
Well, but at the same time, it does raise the specter of what the conflict is. Just to put it in those terms, think about how many people.
Iraqis don't get saved, mind you.
That's exactly what it comes down
That's
to.
not exactly true. The people that a lot of those hospitals do actually work on civilians that are injured, and there are
Military
I know
hospitals, absolutely.
Right.
But the civilian hospitals don't do anything.
Yeah, and
I mean,
that's what most of them are going to.
if you're an Iraqi that gets injured, you're pretty much
care
fucked.
The military hospital in Iraq is far better than any domestic hospital that's run by the Iraqi government.
They don't have supplies.
It's because all the doctors left the fucking country.
they left the country. They're gone.
Yeah, they don't have supplies. They don't have doctors. They don't have electricity. They don't
It's
have
like
shit.
we're trying to make Iraq
We've got to get the fuck
We're
out.
trying to make them like Mexico or something.
Yeah.
Like stealing all their people.
It's bad.
Well, it's like the Khmer Rouge.
Let's
all of the educated people have left Iraq.
Yeah. So let's kick it over to the Technotifier on the other side,
All right.
and we'll see you in just a bit.
Ta-ta.